Hello everyone, a warm welcome and a heartfelt namaste. Today the transit that we talk about is that of the sun. Every month when sun transits into a different sign, it brings along with it a lot of different qualities. The sun is the biggest planet of our solar system, and as such, its transit affects us a lot. Sun, as we know of, in actuality are the 12 Adityas or the 12 sons of Aditi, and every month their transit into a zodiac sign is a changeover. There is a different son of Aditi taking over with entirely different characteristics. This month too, also the the sun who takes over the characteristics or who takes over as the one moving into the zodiac sign of Sagittarius is different from the one that had moved into the zodiac sign of Scorpio. He changes the Apsaras, the Gandharva, the Naga, the sage who accompanies him, and many more such qualities, thereby an entire different qualities and an entirely different characteristics of sun into the transit of Sagittarius would be observed and noticed. The planet of the week, sun transits to Sagittarius on 16th of December. The sun, a planet because of which life exists on earth, the sun holds the place of the life giver for us. In Vedic astrology, it has been compared to the king and also the father, the Atma or the soul. Every month, the Aditya or the son of Aditi transiting a sign changes as it moves to a new sign. As the sun moves into the sign of Sagittarius, it takes the name of Ayushman. It means blessed with a long life. This sun acts as a benefic and gets a strength as it moves into the sign of Sagittarius. As sun transits in the sign of Sagittarius, it endows one with spiritual knowledge and vitality. The ability to feel happy in all circumstances is also seen with the transit of sun in this sign. Now, let us talk about a few of those people, few of those beings accompanying sun in the sign of Sagittarius. Rishi Kashyap is one of the Saptarishis, the famed Rishi, considered to be author of many hymns and verses of the Rig Veda. Kashmir, the northern Himalayan region of Indian subcontinent, got its name from Kashyap Rishi. Kashyap Rishi is also said to be the progenitor of all beings, humans and animals alike on this planet Earth, thereby establishing the association of Sun in Sagittarius to help in numerous creative activities. Mahashanka, the Naga associated with the chief Nag of Patal, a thousand-hooded snake, presiding over as the Naga accompanying the sun this month. Thus, Mahashanka also gives the sun a very strong and forceful nature, one akin to the king. Urvasi, the most beautiful of Apsaras in the court of Indra, is the Apsara accompanying the sun in his transit to the Sagittarius, thus lending beauty, skill and grace to the sign when sun transits it. Sagittarius is a sign which represents duty, preceptor or guru and grandparents, and amongst many more things. It is judicious and also is the lawmaker of the zodiac. Being the territory of Jupiter, who is the representation of happiness, all kinds of happiness, reverence and wealth, this sign shows eternal optimism and the ability to spring back after every defeat. This trait can be awe-inspiring and is very commendable. Being a dual or a transitory sign, they have the ability to complete any work they start. As it is a sign Sun is comfortable in, Sun in Sagittarius is generally taken to be a good transit. However, with the presence of Saturn in Sagittarius this time round, the scenario is slightly different. With the conflicting father duo in the same sign, it can be a little difficult energy to handle. The area of such expression will depend on the sign it falls in a person's natal chart. It is possible to handle this energy by remaining calm and not being overbearing on children or subordinates. Maintain cordial relationship with parents and seniors, and also work in the favor of keeping Saturn's aspect balanced. So now we move on to the effect of Sun in Sagittarius for all Lagnas. For the Aries Lagna, the fifth lord moves into the ninth house, bestowing honor and recognition in your path. There could be travel related to pilgrimages, and that could bring you happiness. As the fifth lord associates with the combust 10th and 11th lord, it could be a chance to earn your name, and your name could spread far and wide as compared to your earnings. For the Taurus Lagna, as the fourth lord Sun transits into the 8th house, it is likely to bring about a change in your home and emotions. There could be instances when you would be forced to look at emotional issues in a new light, which you can overcome after a month, and it will bring much relief. As the lord of the 9th and the 10th accompany your fourth lord in the 8th house, it is time to nail those security issues regarding your career and set on a path of improvement. For the Gemini Lagna, as the lord of the third house of your subconscious mind and friends transit your 7th house of social platform, it will do you good to make most of it. It is an opportune moment for you to bring about a change in your personal and professional self. The Sun and Saturn combination in the chart is your indication to a change at the intrinsic level. It is best that this be ignited for you from a subconscious level of wiring rather than it be forced upon you. It is a time for you to acknowledge your elders on a social platform and give everyone their due. As we move on to the Cancer Lagna, we see that the second lord moves into a 6th house, and it calls for service to family. It is time for your gaining wealth through impeccable show of being available to help everyone at all times. This will appraise your social standing and help others to trust you with their money. Children could also bring in simple joys and happiness due to conversations with them or their academic achievements. You're likely to make a windfall this month if you're honest and straightforward in your dealings. As we talk about the Leo Lagna, the Lagna Lord moves in the 5th house. It brings much joy and recognition. It is likely that you will receive recognition at your place of work. However, it is advised that you keep your ego low and maintain a congenial atmosphere at work. It will help you to rise in the eyes of your fellow workers and subordinates, and it will earn a lot of appreciation for you in the coming months. Children may also take center stage in life. When we move ahead with the Virgo ascendant, we see that the Lord of the 12th moves into the 4th house. It is suggested that you be careful of wastage of all kinds at home. Accompanied with the 6th Lord, it indicates that wastage can lead to much problems later. It is important to pay attention to the health of the children also. Your sustained effort and initiation can reap you benefits, but can also cause workload and hence cause sleepless nights ahead for you. For the Libra Lagna, the 11th Lord and the 5th Lord conjoin in the 3rd house. This indicates a time when you should make a lot of contacts, which will help you get up and move ahead on the social and professional ladder. However, it would be advised that you stay away from any political or conflicts of the employer and the employee kinds. This will help you remain stress-free. Avoid any misunderstandings with siblings and do not try to be authoritative with them. This is not the time for speculative business as the aspect in the 5th house does not favor such income. Luck would favor you and bestow name and fame in your direction of work only if you have worked hard for it. A change in the way of earning or an extra source of income can be seen. For the Scorpio Lagna, the 2nd house undergoes a lot of movement. As the 10th Lord conjoins the 3rd Lord, your work and consequently your health gets associated with it. It is a time when your work will take you to the forefront and your behavior with the masses will be observed and evaluated. You need to learn to be patient and not lose your anger. This is something which is always present in you, inbred in you, your ability to control your emotions, and you need to bring it out from within and learn to make it helpful for you. As we move over to Sagittarius Lagna, the 9th Lord in the Lagna with the 2nd and the 3rd Lord brings in luck and prosperity for family and spouse. It is a time also when your ethics, morals, and administrative abilities will be tested and subsequently evaluated. Hence, it is a time for you to stand firm on your principles and undergo the test of fire. It is also a time when paying close attention to the elders in the family will reap you great benefits. It would include the children too, and being very consistent with whatever you do, as increasing your spiritual powers will help you in the long way. You may face some inner conflicts, but it will, if you search for the root cause, you're likely to get the victory you so aspire. For the Capricorn ascendant, the 8th in the 12th house brings in Parivartana in transit. This is one of the best times of self-evaluation and introspection, as Sun represents the soul and moves towards the Lagna Lord. You will be compelled to move inwards and search for your life path. This may be one of the most interesting phases of your life for the next 30 years, as it may give you insights about yourself which may become your lifeline for the time to come. It is a time when meditation should be mandatory for you, because it will not only provide a stability to your mind, but also raise your confidence and help you seek out ways to improve your wealth or educational pursuits. When we are talking about the Aquarius Lagna, it is the Lagna Lord conjoined the 7th Lord in the 11th house. Your spouse could have some income of his or her own. There could also be some name and fame associated with you and your spouse. Family life demands attention, and there may be some frictions on this ground. It is best to maintain a congenial family atmosphere, as it will be productive in the months to come. You could be reaching a new level of happiness and understanding with your spouse, but only if you learn to keep quiet and to listen to what they have to say instead of getting very defensive about it. Finally, the Pisces Lagna, the 6th Lord and the 12th Lord conjoin in the 10th house. So there may be some issues regarding employees and bosses at work. You could also travel in relation to your work. it is best advised that you keep your phoenix and irritations to yourself and not let it reflect too often onto others. This will keep you away from fight and bad energy. Use this very energy to enhance your discretionary powers and bring in some more finesse to your work and professional services. The transits of this month have been Sun moves into Mula 1 today, and by the end of this week covers a distance till Mula Pada 3. Moon covers 4 signs from Uttara Bhadrapada to Gemini in Adra, and Mars moves from Purva Bhadra 2 to Purva Bhadra 3 in Aquarius. Meanwhile, Mercury moves from Anuradha 2 to its own nakshatra of Jeshta Pada 1. Jupiter moves from Anuradha 4 to Anuradha 4 only, that is, it transits the same nakshatra this week. Venus moves from Swati 3 to Vishakha 1. Saturn will remain in Purvashara 1 during the entire week, and Rahu and Ketu also remain in Punarvasu 4 and Uttarashara 2 during the entire week respectively. For the good days of the Panchang, it is Monday and Saturday, that is Monday the 17th and Saturday the 22nd, which is also a Purnima, that these days are good. If you want to contact me for consultations, please write to me at anuradha.sharda@anuradhasharda.com, or if you have any queries regarding the consultation or courses, you can find me on this email ID. One thing that needs to be said is not much of auspicious activities is done during this entire month, because this month is also known as the Khar month, when Sun transits into the Sagittarius sign. This is the month when we do a lot of good deeds, or a lot of deeds such that we can gain a lot of merit. So for all out there, these days before the sun moves into the Uttarayan is numbered. They're just 13 numbers. Let us accumulate as much merit as we can during this period of 1 month. With that note, have a happy day, have a happy Sunday, and may we all remain blessed. Thank you.